Oh my goodness. Good morning, everyone. Today is the spring equinox. So even though you watched my last video on the spring equinox, this is actually the spring equinox. Now we're not there yet. It is 6:30, so we're definitely not there yet. It is at 1 minute past 9 o'clock. And I should be arriving to my meeting with the brand that I'm going to be doing my next design collaboration with. Basically, just to give you a backstory, it's basically when I go in and I work alongside the design team and actually quite a few of the teams like marketing, press and things like that. I actually work with the team really closely. There are multiple touch points throughout the year, and basically we identify collections that we can bring to life that feel really authentic to both the brand and myself. It's basically, I would say I'm like the co-designer. So I bring elements from my own style, from my own experience, from my own influence, from my own wardrobe, and go into these meetings and work alongside them to bring these pieces to life. And it has been the side of my career that I never ever imagined would happen, but it seems to be the side that keeps happening and keeps coming to fruition. It is my favorite way to work, working with the design teams and seeing the incredible talent behind these brands is an honor that I will never ever take for granted. And so today I am very excited. I don't know if you guys guessed in the last video, but I'm heading to Cheltenham today for a very exciting meeting with Holland Cooper. This feels like such a natural progression for me, and I really have always felt like there are so many elements of my style that I would love to bring to Holland Cooper and merge and introduce. And in all honesty, over the last few months, I've seen the biggest pivot in the brand anyway, and their new branding, their new logo, their new approach is so in line with the way that I like to dress. Even I went online yesterday and I saw they've introduced some new crew neck jumpers, and they just have the beautiful embroidered cursive HC, super subtle, super delicate, perfect for popping over your shoulders at this time of year, but also wonderful for layering with shirts and under blazers. Their equestrian wear, exactly the same. They've really gone on a brand journey that feels very synonymous with my style, and so I am so excited for today. This is the first step into this collaboration that we're going to be having today. So I'm going to take bits and pieces from my wardrobe, but really I'm going to get an understanding of what the next few months look like for them as a brand, and I am so excited to be able to take you with me on this. I'm a little bit puffy-eyed this morning. I had a good cry yesterday and a Chinese, and those two married up, not good for my puffy face, but I have been icing my face, and I think we've made the best of a bad situation. I have just spritzed my face as well, so I'm looking extra glowy. I've got my electrolytes in here. I believe that Carrie's going to be driving me there, which I think is actually a welcomed. Usually I would drive, but I'm welcoming this with open arms, and I'm just going to get to sit back. I might even get to have a snooze. I think I got about 6 hours sleep last night, which is not the worst. I know all of the mums that are watching this will be like, Lydia, 6 hours sleep is a holiday in the Maldives for me right now. But for your tired girl right now and a little bit emotional girl, I definitely needed a bit more sleep, but I am still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready for a day in Cheltenham. I am hoping that I'm going to be able to go and do a bit of shopping, because what I love about going to Dunkerton's Park is basically getting to go and try everything on at Holland Cooper, because getting the perfect fit for me is key. And so going and trying on their new pieces, getting to grips with the collection at the moment, but also hopefully I'm going to be able to see their new atelier, which I'm really excited about as well. And just having a bit of a mooch, because I work so closely with them anyway. I've worked with them over the last few years, and catching up with the team, seeing everyone. I mean, we were just together at the Cheltenham races, but we were all kind of buzzing from what's coming, and so to actually get started working on it is just joyous. So I'm going to choose my outfit. I don't know what to wear today. It's going to be a warm one. It's going to be a scorcher for the first day of spring. 18 degrees. So I might wear a dress. I don't know. A dress and a blazer is always my favourite combo at this time of year. So maybe I will. Dress, blazer, ballet flats. Let's see. You're going to have to excuse the fact that you can hear the birds outside, but it is gloriously warm today, so I actually think I'm going to be able to wear a dress, and I'm thinking about a Holland Cooper blazer over the top of the dress. So this is my first option. I think this is my favourite because it feels quite soft, and I love how this is still very like Holland Cooper-esque, but feels a little bit more versatile in your wardrobe. So you could wear this whether you live in the countryside or whether you live in like a town or a city, because this with a pair of brown trousers or even over like a white dress in summer, that's one of my favourite things to do with the Knightsbridge blazer, is to wear it over just classic crisp white blazers, dresses, sorry. But this is the first option. This is the second, and this one feels a little bit more statement because it has the sort of brighter and lighter tones throughout, and I'm not sure whether it goes right with the bag. You'll have to let me know. I do like it though, and I like it with the ballet flats too. I think it works really well because I'm going to be on my feet and things like that. Cheltenham is definitely not a place for heels for me when we're going for a meeting. And then the final option, so this is a slightly lighter weight wool, which is perfect if you want something a little bit lighter, less sort of heavy. I'm glowing like the sun because it is honestly the most beautiful morning out there. This works too. I think I'm going to have to get a second opinion and put my jewellery on, but I'll link these down below because these are my options for the day. Madame Grayson has spoken and she's gone for this blazer and the Emmy London pointed flats in chocolate. I am now going to jump in the car, head to Cheltenham. Exciting stuff. Look at that sunlight. We have just pulled up to grab a coffee for the journey, and I thought I would let you know that it is also Amazon Spring Deals Day, and I've got my own little list that is curated in the description box down below. So if you want to shop anything, if there's things that you've been like thinking you need to tick off your list, I bet you any money that they are linked down below. There's also lots of good things, like, you know, things that you think you need but you maybe haven't got around to purchasing, like real essentials to just make life a little bit easier, electronics, all of those kinds of things. We've been like curating a list over the last few weeks, and I'll show you bits and pieces later on in the video, but I just wanted to remind you that it is today. So if you're looking to like save a bit of money, I think Amazon's really good with these things, is that you can kind of hold off and wait and then purchase during their big deals day, their spring deals day, that kind of thing, and make really, really good savings. But one of the biggest deals that I've seen on there is the Kindle Scribe. You know, my little notepad, but also my little reading pad, everything. I love to just sit in my living room with a little bit of classical music tinkling in the background and read on it, but also it's perfect for then like jumping over if I have some random brain fart or I remember something that I have to do tomorrow. I can just scribble it on my Amazon Kindle Scribe, and it's almost like everything you need. It's your books, it's your notes, it's your diary, it's your agenda, it's everything all in one place and digitized as well. That has £90 off for Amazon spring deals, so I'll link that down below as well, because that for me is one of the biggest game changers. I absolutely love it so much. Such a great like designed product, and even Ali's dad actually uses the same sort of process nowadays for taking notes, and I really think that it's going to be one of those things where the world actually moves over to like digitized notes. Thank you so much. Coffee delivered right to me. Oh gosh, we're Stanley'd up to the max and coffee cupped up to the max. We've run out of coffee cup holders.
Oh no. Did not think this through.
No, never mind, I can just hold it. This is my very, very first time in the Holland Cooper showroom. So this is a space where generally they bring people wanting bespoke pieces, VIP clients, and really showcase what's coming from the brand, but also what is possible with the brand as well. And I think this is I think if you ever have the opportunity to come in here and experience this, if you're in the area, perhaps you're visiting from overseas, and you want to come and experience the Holland Cooper, that is just the most exciting moment, I think it's here, because I walk in and I am like a kid in a candy store. The styling is perfection. There is also so many options that you can do. There's like 1,000 different options when doing something bespoke here. And as you'll know, I did a jacket completely bespoke for Cheltenham, and it was such an exciting experience. But now we are actually going to be using this space as a meeting room as well, to discuss everything that's going to be happening over the next year. I'm going to be showing you some of my favourite pieces, some of my inspiration. Hopefully, if I can, show you what's coming, because it is such an exciting time for the brand, and I cannot wait to show you, because I think this rails straight away. This is one of the most exciting pieces for me, actually. I think I was telling you about this earlier. This is their new crew neck with the really, really delicate Holland Cooper branding there, so beautifully elegant as well, and this is so comfortable. Jade was also telling me that she actually wears this for riding, as well as a layering piece, layered over shirts, underneath blazers, with coats. It's the perfect piece to take you sort of spring, summer over your shoulders, autumn into winter, with the layering pieces as well. There is so many other items as well that has launched. There's the vest, and I actually saw this jumper when I walked in, and it is exquisitely styled just here with a blue shirt. I love the contrast, right next to a full cashmere coat. I didn't even know that this was possible. So you can come and have cashmere, your favourite colour, cashmere, made into one of the iconic Holland Cooper trench coats. There are so many options. You can have a suit, but we're going to get to all of this. Now we are going to sit down with the team and begin the meeting, because we've got to get going. Got lots to do.
It kind of does both. It's very country, but also the fashion guys actually really like that look now. And we've just put it with, chocolate suede, but that is sort of just a option, a starter for 10, and we've got the calicos here to just show the workings. We can work into fabrics, suede, arm patches, not arm patches, colours, tweeds. Really, it can be whatever you'd like it to be.
This instantly, I'm like, this is just going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Already,
we've had the arm patches kind of pre-made so that you can, plug and play and hold things up, and we've got skins as well so that you can see. But
this is just gorgeous. This is so exciting.
It's like a tray of treats, and then you can sort of
We've almost captured everything in there, because you've got these beautiful neutrals, and then there's this classic blue in there as well.
Gorgeous, and it's timeless, completely timeless, isn't it? That's gorgeous. Never going to date. It's going to take you anywhere, I think.
In terms of the details then, so next stage on this one would probably be going to another sample, but like patches, colours, buttons.
We've got a plain one for you to play with.
Okay, with that, and we can put that on the mannequin, and then you can have a little hold up and do that.
Introduction of the horses in there as well.
Yeah, we thought it was print is made especially for you as well, so it's not featured anywhere else.
And we thought the green ties in with us, but you're also using green, I know, in
we took inspiration from your book cover. And
was that there the whole time?
Yeah, I've already got it.
I'm so sorry. I've walked in and I've been so sidetracked by all of the beautiful styling. This is just phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It feels like you've got this. This is amazing. This is very exciting to see how much
great. That's lovely, isn't it?
Very, very cool.
You might it's quite nice with your shirt, just have a little moment of something. But again, as I say, you could remove the little tiny rivets and just have a very small one of those, which matches your cuff,
I quite like that
which ties in with.
Yes,
lovely.
please,
Okay. Lovely. And this is the first time I've ever said I don't need more fabric.
Oh, that's good. It's got to. If you're going for it, it's got to be full enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, it'd be lovely to do two-tone with
That-
this. You could do
that
black
size.
and tan, like the
Yeah.
hunting, traditional hunting boot style.
Yeah,
That
like
would-
the what's the brand? Horace Mountbatten. Have you seen their?
They've just done the, it's like the traditional black and tan,
Literally,
the
they
hunting
are.
boot.
Yeah. So we finished up the meeting and all I'm going to do is smile and leave it at that, because we're now going to go shopping and see what's new in. I also want to make sure that I'm getting all of the right sizes in the pieces from Holland Cooper, because for me, it's when you come in here that you get all of the inspiration. It is the styling that is just phenomenal. I was showing you earlier the jumper layered with the blue shirt, and the blue shirt is one of the ones that I want to pick up. But this, the polka dots with the stripes, this is such a classic look. And so I want to get all of the little outfits to put together, because everywhere you look here, there is a new addition, a new colourway that you think, oh my goodness, that looks perfect with something that I've already got. And this is so simple and yet so impactful. So let's go and do some shopping. I want to go shopping with Jade all the time. There is no other person I'm going shopping with ever again. Love coming. It's literally the best place to come if you love tailoring, British wear, beautifully made pieces, tailoring. Honestly, everything is just good. Running around. No, I mean, this is absolutely. Yeah. Just I don't think I've even seen a bag. Will be never go shopping with Jane Holland Cooper ever again. Never. Ladies, thank you. Well, that is a jump and a half back home. I am probably looking extremely bleary-eyed at the moment because I'm exhausted. That was a 5 AM start to the day and well worth it. Oh my goodness me, what a meeting. I just feel incredibly lucky to be in the position that I'm in at the moment, and it is not lost on me. And I have so much gratitude for the team, because you could see how much work they had put in to preparing for that. I'm obviously out of my outfit and into what is going to be my entire personality moving forward. This white shirt from Holland Cooper, I actually got 3 of them, because look at this subtle detailing. I love this so much. And it goes with all of my jeans as well. This is just such a throw-on shirt, and it's oversized. So you wear it a little bit looser, a little bit more relaxed. I love it. And what I think is genius is it's cropped, because if you usually buy an oversized shirt, there's so much like fabric, and it's great if you want to wear it long, but I am a tuck into my high-waisted jeans kind of girl to create a little bit of shape. So this is it. It just sits beautifully in the right place. And also I really like where the placement of the buttons is, because I think that's so important to having like enough decolletage on show without it being too much. I have to be honest, this is my first time in my greenhouse since we lost Bluebell, and it's sort of strange because I can still smell her, but not in her good way. Like this is her when she was ill, and so it's strange being in here. When she was in here initially, when we were like, oh, she's just a little bit poorly or a bit under the weather, and then obviously we moved her inside. I've got so much to do in here, because before Bluebell was unwell, I went and got some herb pots that I want to put on the hearth in the kitchen. And I've got still so many seeds to sow. I've got my dahlias to throw in. I've got all of this to sort of pot up and refresh. And the world just stops when you have a poorly animal. But it felt really good to get me out of the house today and just focus on work, focus on all of the good things that I have going on in my life, because I think it's so easy when something like this is, you can start thinking about life as like a succession of punches. And I don't know if you remember, but I used to think of my life like that. I even described it when it felt like the world was just punching me down, and yet I have so much that is going amazingly right now. And I feel that like today's meeting to me is just, it's the missing string to my design collaborations that I'm so excited to bring to life. And so I cannot wait to tell you a little bit more. Jade was incredible, her whole team was incredible, and then we did a bit of a shop afterwards, and I've got bags of stuff to show you, but we will get to that. We will get to that. I think I'm just going to do a little bit of like calmness and potting and seed sowing in here, a bit of watering as well, a bit of TLC, and I'm going to have an early night. That is one thing I'm going to do. Well, cups of tea in the greenhouse are still very much a thing. These ladies have joined me. A little cup of tea in honour of Bluebell, I think. Although, Gwyneth, do you think you could get your feet out of the cup of tea? I don't think anyone wants your cheesy claws. So, I'm trying not to be a big baby. Okay, I've had a lovely day and I have been in the greenhouse. I actually just spent the entire evening potting up, and I got everything potted that I needed to get potted. All of the herbs, all of the flowers. I even sowed some nasturtiums, and I also sowed my crown prince that I actually harvested the seeds of. So this will be the 3rd year, if they grow, of my crown prince that I've been growing. However, I totally forgot that I'd placed in, well, I was very kindly offered a little gift, and I just opened them and I thought, oh my gosh. So this is a brand called Maya Brenner Los Angeles, and I loved their little collection of things. So they're just so lovely. So I've wanted a necklace that said evergreen on it for such a long time. And so I got one of their personalised necklaces that says evergreen just there. So I'm going to pop that on. But this is the thing that made me cry. Showed Ali. Now, I definitely think that I would like to see some more charms, because I think this is a lovely way to do a charm bracelet. But I'm going to put it on straight away. But anyway, let me show you it. It's in my crotch. Hold on. So you basically add little charms to the bracelet. So I got this paw for Barclay, Porty and Lumi. Then I got 2 diamonds because mine and Ali's birthstone is diamonds. I got a wing for the chickens, and then for Atlas I got an A. Now I would really love to see a horseshoe. I would love to add a horseshoe and also a bumblebee if possible. But yeah, I thought this was such a gorgeous idea, and it's so personalised and so sweet. And when it arrived, obviously, with me just losing Bluebell, this was very, very special. Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, and I have had the loveliest lay-in this morning. It is such a lovely day. It's not sunny, but it's warm, and the birds are singing. I don't know if you can hear them. Some of the crows as well. It's been so strange. There's just been so many strange things happening, and I'm calling it spring fever because it's definitely spring fever at the stables at the moment, but we'll get to that. I wanted to quickly remind you that the Spring Deals Day is on Amazon. I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I wanted to tell you a few more of the bits that I think are amazing, because basically what I've done is curated this really long list, and it's not of like just fashion bits, just home bits or anything like that. It's like essentials. Things that you think, oh my gosh, I didn't know I needed that, or actually that would make my life a lot simpler, or that would be perfect for the house, or that would be perfect for my wardrobe. And I'll link it down below, because there are, honestly, like, I think it's one of those days where you just tick a lot of things off your list in terms of buying bits and pieces, like whether it's a new TV, if you're renovating your house and you've got a new space that you're going to put a TV, you basically can get it all on the Amazon Spring Deals Day. Some of the things that I've got in there, just to name but a few, and I'll put pictures of them on screen. I found this very, very beautiful, genuine leather handbag like in chocolate brown. It's not arrived yet, so I am gonna try and like show you it when it arrives, but I think you're gonna like this. It's kind of like pochette style, but not. It's got like its own style. So I'll link that down below as well. If you're on your nail journey like me, everything is on my spring deals list for you to just get your nails in their natural state, really, really healthy and strong. My little power bank, my little credit card sized power bank that I literally do not leave the house without. It is an essential. Like, this is honestly a game changer, and it charges my phone with like one full charge. So I take it with me as like, oh, an emergency, but it goes in like my purse and things like that. So good. There's also some other little pochette style bags. There's Beats earphones, there's gardening tools, there's beauty, including the GHD like duet blow dry if you were really interested in the barrel brush. That's going to be in the spring deals day. Saint-Tropez, there's hoovers, there's toothbrushes, which I just had to buy a new toothbrush. There's irons. Now, if there is one thing that I think that you should treat yourself to, it's a steam iron. Honestly, steam irons will change your life. Like, we never had one at our old house because we couldn't justify it. When we moved here, one of the things that, I think I even vlogged it, one of the things that we treated ourselves to, because we had like a utility room, laundry room, was a steam iron, and I will never go back. Never. I will make a special, even if I live in a tiny cottage somewhere, I will make room in a cupboard for a steam iron. Cordless vacuums, obviously the new Kindle Scribe, which I think is incredible, but also the smaller Kindle. So if you don't want to like conform to like the bigger one and commit to that size, my little pocket, what do they call it? The paper light or something like that. I've got two, and I love that for popping in my handbag. That's in there, Elizabeth Arden. And if there's one thing I can tell you that is a bit of a hack, if you love Elizabeth Arden, you'll get it cheaper on Amazon, always. There's a bread maker, obviously. If you're not quite on your sourdough journey just yet, you can do the bread maker. There's even things like running machines on there that's gonna be in there. You can pick up Cafe Patron. Cafe Patron is back. Who knew that it was coming back? It was discontinued the last time we knew it. Cafe Patron and Limoncello are my tipples of choice when it comes to shots. Like I said, go and check it out down in the description box down below. Perfect opportunity to pick up Mother's Day gifts, birthday gifts, wedding gifts, because we're just approaching the sort of wedding bonanza season. Perfect opportunity to make a saving on gifts for other people. So I really just wanted to get that in there. I'll pop everything in the description box down below. I hope you enjoy. Speaking of spring and spring fever, oh my goodness, I'm riding today. And I think that this is going to be a real test of spirit, because I'm frightened, I'm scared, and it's only through speaking to the wonderful people, like having a chat with Alex Cole at Cheltenham really was just such a calming experience for me, because it was so nice hearing from someone, because to me, Claudia is so fearless, like nothing phases her. But to hear Alex say that, like, when she gets a new horse, she has moments where she's scared and things like that. And this is going to be my first time riding a freshly clipped horse, a freshly clipped Atlas, which I think maybe next year we won't clip him at this time of year because he's very, very fresh at the moment. And I'm nervous because there's a lot of sugars in the grass at the moment. Anyone that's like got horses will know this. Yesterday, I think one of the horses got out and was running around the yard. It seems like it's across the board. In fact, one of them actually took themselves back to their stable today whilst on a ride, and their owner was still on their back, so there was a lot of ducking in there. So I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. I didn't really sleep last night because I'm so nervous about it, and so this is gonna be a real test for me. Yeah, we're gonna have to just see how today goes. I've got so much new stuff from Holland Cooper as well that I really wanted to like use some of my new stuff, because you learn what you like to wear whilst you're riding, like what's comfortable for you. I really love like a light layer and then something over the top and then like a warm zip, so that I can just take off layers. And so I was really trying to be strategic with the pieces that I chose when I visited them, and I want to get into some of those items as well. It's also been a strange time at the house. Oh my gosh, why am I gonna cry again? I'm guessing this is just the grieving process for Bluebell. I'll take you outside because I found a lone Bluebell growing. It's gonna make me emotional. Growing by the coop. which is so weird. And then yesterday I was walking around the kitchen, and this is not a good smell to have had, but it's so weird. I was walking around the kitchen when I got back, and I was like, I can smell Bluebell. Like, there was a very distinctive smell to her when she got unwell. It wasn't a particularly nice smell, but you realise that there was a smell. And I'm walking around the kitchen, I'm like, she's not been in here. Like, the bathroom where we kept her, that really did keep that scent in there for quite a while. And I realised that I did a big pot up when I got back, and the narcissi that I potted up, as lovely as I like the smell of flowers, smell exactly like Bluebell's illness. And it was like, I couldn't, and Ali completely agreed with me. We were like, why can we smell like poorly Bluebell? And so they're still in the kitchen, and they're still there, but it's like, it's really quite strange, like this lone Bluebell by the chicken coop, and then the fact that we can still smell her. I am not a particularly, like, I'm not that way inclined when it comes to like signs and things like that. I'm like, you know, sometimes I really, it has to be like in my face, or maybe I am, and this is just what it's like. Like, you have these moments where it feels like someone's not gone, and I am like, it's just so weird. And it's so weird to say that you can tell I'm scared because I'm feeling like I'm gonna cry at everything. But it's so weird because they said that she went so easily because she was just so weak that they didn't really need to use much, and she was just like, she just went to sleep. And so it's just a bizarre thing. But I'm so grateful to all of you. I actually wasn't expecting you guys to be so kind and sensitive to me about it, because I know that I'm a bit of a wet blanket sometimes, and it can be very frustrating to see someone so fortunate cry over something like a chicken. But as you'll know, I don't have children, and I don't think it's something that I'm going to have through personal choice. And I really do see my animals as like my family, and so it feels very personal. But I can understand that it would be quite difficult to watch someone in such a wonderful position as I am get so upset about their chicken. It is my first, and I hope that I will build up my resilience. And I always think about the sheep and the lambs in the fields and how heartbreaking that was to begin with, when we would see them when they had passed away and things like that, and how over time, living in farmland, you become accustomed to the realities of livestock, and chickens are livestock, and whilst they are our pets, most people don't see them as pets, but we do. It's a very strange thing to navigate, and so I just can't put into words. I couldn't even physically write back to everyone, because I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you so much, because I did not expect you to all be so kind, in all honesty. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna choose my outfit, stop being a blubbering mess over my beautiful Bluebell, and get ready to go riding. Ali's playing golf at the moment, so he should be back very, very soon. I need to fill up the Defender and find some gumption in the process. Now, I'm not going to be able to go through everything that is in here because there is quite a lot. So I'm going to just get into the things that I actually can get into. So these half zips as layering pieces. And one thing I would say is that Holland Cooper has really worked hard on their knitwear. I used to find their knitwear quite rigid and like quite hard. Now it is so soft. They've really worked on creating something that is lightweight and beautiful at the same time, and wearable and functional and layerable. I think what they do at the moment is they're layering, and their ability to create these stories with their outfits is one of my favourite things. Obviously, they're equestrian pieces. Now, I think this is going to be one of those tops that I wear so much, because full zip, this is the thing that I'll throw on over the top of my equestrian outfits, and then take off, you know, as I wrestle with my horse to pick his feet and tack him up. This is in the navy blue, and it has almost like a neoprene feel to it. So real sort of performance activewear. These are, they're sort of like, they call them their is it their contour? Yeah, they're contour trousers. So these are essentially breeches without the actual like seat of sticky bits. Now, I've never ridden without sticky bits because for me, like, it's essential. So I wouldn't use these to ride. These are almost like leggings, but make them like joggers. Really like sucky-in-y and supportive, and come in a multitude of colours. So I've got the black and the blue there. Like, this is just gorgeous. This is so preppy, so sort of English country grandmother vibes. And like I said, I'm just loving the subtlety of these little embroidered accents, and the tones of this are so perfect. Like with a blue striped shirt, which I think is how they had it styled originally, with the cable knit, it's so soft, so wearable. Absolutely love that. Oh, then we have the sort of butterscotch version of the jacket that I just showed you. I think this will be such a useful piece in my equestrian wardrobe. Oh, these are the contour like chocolate jean. I think I will wear these so much, just with blazers and that kind of thing. Like, look at the richness of that colour, and it looks to me like they perfectly match, very nearly, my Emmy London flats, which is brilliant. Again, super sucky-in-y, super like supportive, that kind of thing. And these are all bits and bobs that you'll see me style up and feature because I actually wear them as well. These are riding socks, so I've got a pair of navy and a pair of black as well. We have another little bag here. I'm just going to keep going until I have the thing that I'm going to wear. Oh, this is beautiful. So basically, this is like a classic Breton stripe, subtle branding at the back, but these also have removable shoulder pads, so you can go for that more structured sort of Balmain-esque feel, or you can go for the more classic and a little bit like just nonchalant. Still got a little touch of the gold buttons there, but you can also roll those up if you don't want to have the detail there as well. It's a very versatile jumper. It's a very versatile jumper, but again, so soft. I'm so impressed with what they've done with their knitwear. I think that's a real tangible and noticeable difference. And I tell you what, it's so wonderful to work alongside a brand as it evolves, and to see the progress and the love, and to work alongside the people that, oh yes, Jade's had this styled up. And I was like, I did not know that you had these sort of base layers, because this, so lovely for riding, again, and a great layering piece because it's lightweight, but still full sleeve, roll neck, chocolate brown. Oh yes, very happy with that. Definitely going to wear that one. Then we have some more of their contour jeans. These are like their more classics. These are all very, very fitted, almost like a legging, but make it a jean sort of vibe. I'm very particular about jeans, so I will try these on at some stage and let you know what I think. Aha, I didn't know that Holland Cooper had done ties. So I've actually got the burgundy and the chocolate ties that they style up with a lot of their suits. Those will be so useful for me in terms of like getting that preppy vibe as well. So I definitely wanted some of those. I honestly don't think I've ever taken such a, you know, opportunity to try on their pieces and find the pieces that work for me. So I was able to get the right size in like blouses and things like this. So I actually take size 10 in a lot of their blouses and shirts because of my shoulders. People always say, you don't look broad, Lydia. And then I tell them that I'm a size like 4 here, and then I'm a size 10 here. These I am just obsessed with. So I got these in a 10 and they fit me perfectly. This is their classic pinstripe, and I love the embroidery on the breast pocket. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. And this pink is such a lovely shade as well. You could even, when it gets warmer, wear the shirts for riding. That's what I would do. I know not everyone is like me, but that's what I love. This jumper, I showed you this in the showroom, absolutely gorgeous. Such a beautiful jumper, and details of the sleeves, nice blouson sleeve. Really lovely. This will be great for layering as well. little zip, half zip number, great colour. Sleeves again that you can roll up if you don't want the gold buttons. If maybe if you want the less dressy look, you just roll the sleeves back. I usually cinch my sleeves up anyway. Super soft, and this beautiful peachy butterscotch. I had to get this. This is like a oh, why is that? Oh, I spilt my water in. Yeah, I spilt my water in there earlier, apologies. So this is different to the Stamford coat. This is almost a bit sort of waxed jacket-esque, but you can cinch it in at the waist. It is almost burgundy brown. It's a lovely quilted lining and a lovely layering coat for with knitwear and things like that, perhaps in autumn, that kind of thing. What is in here? Oh, the scarf. I didn't have this scarf and I requested it and it was sold out for ages. This is one of my favourite Holland Cooper scarves I think I've ever seen, and it's so bright, but it's like pink and green, which I always think is a lovely touch. How gorgeous is that? Imagine that in the hair with a white dress in summer. Oh, so pretty. Another crew neck, V-neck like that. Gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I love this. This is the Holland Cooper crew neck. Again, has built-in shoulder pads. I'm actually going to wear this today riding. I don't care. I'm going to wear it with jumpers and my boots, because Atlas will likely be wearing a chocolate brown saddle pad, so this will be perfect. And I love that like preppy touch there. This is the outfit that I've gone for today. So I've got my Holland Cooper black breeches on, and I've got my Holland Cooper riding socks. This is actually a little polo shirt from Mark Kane, and then I've got the Holland Cooper jumper on. I've rolled the sleeves up. I am definitely very well dressed for the stables. However, if you're going to be risking things in the way that I am today, I might as well do it in style. So that's how I feel about that. As you can see there, just on the border of the woodland, you can see a lone bluebell. It's definitely bloomed too early. Hopefully we'll see more, but as you can see there's actually nothing around it other than this, and this is right by their coop. So I definitely think that is something. I can't, there's just not another one. I've literally combed the woods and there is nothing other than this one. These ladies though are all doing really, really well. They were so good with her. None of them were pecking her or bullying her, which you can often see with chickens, that they were all so good with her. And Ali and I have also bought a number of things to help us when we get an egg-bound chicken in the future, which is good. And these are the narcissi that I potted up the other day. They've bloomed really well, but their smell, it's quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. The Muscari is doing really, really well though. But yeah, the scent of these, we were like, what is it? And we realised it's just these. Emotional support animal. This one learning that this corner is not scary. And also working off those spring sugars. He's doing very, very well. Good boy! That was lovely. I'm sweating like a pig. You want a polo too? I got polo. I haven't got polos. You can have one. It's early spring, they're not chunky yet. I mean, have you seen them? You're chunky. Don't listen to me. What we got in here? What we got in here? You're very smart, you know. Nobody litters in their own paddock, do they? No. Moustache. You want one? Is he allowed to have one? No. Too many. Too many now. Touch too many. Chunky boy. Look at you. Look at you. No. No.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I got the snoot. You don't like this thing, actually. You don't like it. Maybe on your little moustache.
Well, I am back home now, and I have to say, my boy did me so proud today. We lunged him in the school to begin with because obviously I was very, very nervous about the spring fever that so many of them had had. And one thing I've learned about Atlas is, which is rightly so, he's not hugely fond of being in the school. And that makes sense because Charlie didn't have her own school. And so he was a very happy hacking horse. I do hope to have some lessons on him. And so I do want to get some positive reinforcement around the school. So lunging him first and then taking him out has been really, really good for him. We then had a lovely little hack, and he was very good, very, very good. And you know what, it's just one of those things where you're like, I have such a new appreciation for this journey. It's so interesting as a journey because the highs are so high and the lows are so low. And sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? But then I realise that literally every person that owns a horse does that. They have those moments where they go, what am I doing? And then you have those moments where you go, I know exactly what I'm doing. And so, yeah, it's just, I feel so super lucky to have had this opportunity with him and to have found the livery that is just so lovely. Every time I get to stop and chat with people there, I feel so lucky. I've picked us up sirloin steaks for dinner. I've picked us up 2 Farmer's crisps, and I've picked us up a sausage roll each for a little snack as well. Claudia, very, very, like, honestly, I'm doing this journey with the most wonderful person as well. Claudia has bought me the most beautiful flowers as a little, well, I'm imagining it's because of obviously losing Bluebell. She's got me a chicken card. So dear Lydia, I'm so very sorry for your loss of Bluebell. Please take comfort in knowing that you gave her a wonderful home. Lots of love, Mike, Claudia, and all of the animals. Oh, bless her. She's so sweet. She's so thoughtful. So yes, I've had a lovely, lovely afternoon. I'm going to go inside and shove a sausage roll in my face, but I think it's probably, yeah, I think I can say that in this video that what I didn't let you know is that I actually ended up extending the trial with Atlas, and Charlie was so accommodating, and I can imagine it must have been really, really like a bit nerve-wracking for her, and she's had so much going on, and she was incredible to let me have him on trial for another month. And the reason that I did that was because he'd been living out pretty much all year round. For him to then be in a stable, he ended up, I think he just took a little bit of time to settle, and so he was coughing a little bit and he was a little bit sort of wheezy and all of these kinds of things. And so I didn't want to take him from somewhere, and I said this at the beginning, that I really needed to make sure that, you know, when he comes to stay with me, that he's comfortable and that I can give him a home that he is happy in. And I was worried that anything to do with sort of like asthma and his respiratory, if he was going to be living, he doesn't live in winter, he's obviously stabled at night because of the weather and things like that, and also the fields there, he wouldn't be able to be out all winter. So Charlie very, very kindly let me extend that trial period by a month, and I can say today, excitingly, that he is now fully mine, which is quite something. My first horse. I'm very lucky that I'm doing this with Claudia and we are able to go on this journey together. Sorry, Ali's doing some DIY at the house. And that she is the greatest teacher. She said she was very impressed with my riding today, which I was very, very happy about. I can't believe it, but after 2 months of having him with me, I'm confident that he's settled. He's not coughing, he's so much happier, and he's about to start living out for the summer. So it means that I know he'll be happy when he's living out, but I wanted to know that he was able to be comfortable. So we changed his bedding to a super, super low dust bedding. We've been putting water in his stable so that he can actually drink from a bucket, even though they've got a water feed, so he can drink from a bucket as well and just get enough fluids and that kind of thing. I need to order him a fly rug today. But yeah, I'm super happy to say that my boy is my boy.